Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Ellena. I hope everything is well with you. You're enjoying the summer. Stay hydrated. You know, wear some sunscreen. It's hot out there, holy. But I don't know, I feel really happy today. I hope you're feeling happy too. I'm going to set the intention for those who come across this video that there's something here for you. But obviously, if it doesn't resonate, don't force it to. That's not meant to resonate. But let's see what spirit wishes to share with you today. Alright. Oh, man, this is a huge theme, isn't it? How can you do that? Sorry. I'm just going to flip all your cards because I'm trying to figure out what's happening here. Come on. All right. I'm going to show you your cards that I've flipped. The first one says embrace change. The second one is rejuvenation, which is kind of weird. Like, how can you embrace a bunch of changes in your life and also expect to rest? Because if that's the case, that tells me there's a lot of internal processes that need to be happening. The change is abrupt healing inside. And you have this card coming through, which is share your wisdom with others, but it also represents wisdom of your ancestors, wisdom of spiritual healers or teachers around you at this time. Maybe your friend is able to give you really sound advice at this time, because I do feel like someone is taking time out for themselves to really process some major awakenings that are happening internally. And when I say like hang out with friends and stuff, this is kind of the card that popped up. It said kindred souls. So it says you are currently experiencing many changes in your relationships and friendships. So there can be abrupt changes in romantic relationships, platonic relationships, work spaces, all of these things. But it also signifies to me that it's important to connect with like-minded people right now as you're kind of processing these things. There's nothing worse than having awakenings and not being able to find people who are able to relate to you or to talk to you or to help you on your journey in that way of self-discovery. This can also mean going to a therapist, seeing, a therapy, and sometimes, there's a lot of resources online too that can assist. Find people who have experienced the same experiences you are going through right now, who have wisdom in that arena, because it's really important. So I see a guiding light here. So I feel like at this time, as you're trying to kind of figure out what's happening in terms of healing yourself, it's very important for you to reach for the stars. This is a card where it's almost like reach for those who have had those experiences that you've gone through, or connect more with people who can assist you with what it is that you're going through. That's kind of, these cards are what I'm picking up in terms of that, because they have a lot of wisdom that can really help you on your journey. Like, they can't do the work for you, obviously, but they can really help show you the way. You can go, if you believe in Reiki healers, sound healers, just energy workers, crystal therapy, color therapy, those types of things, meditations, or even going out in nature to ground yourself, working with the angels, things like that, getting a reading done, something like that, and to assist you with this. Because right now, what I'm picking up is a purging process and a heavy heart. So the changes that are going through, I feel like there might be breakups, like marriage, divorces, things like that. Maybe you have to move, sudden changes, but I feel like it's mostly like internal changes that obviously will result in like physical changes, but it's almost like I don't want to feel like there's people that have been betrayed. Maybe it has something to do with like old thought processes that are not working for you. I feel like it's whatever's happening in terms of like the challenges that you're facing right now, they are triggering old wounds from like your childhood or generational trauma, or maybe you're noticing a repeated cycle in your life where you're finally deciding this isn't working for me and I don't want to do it again, you know? And sometimes when things like that show up in our reality, it's hard to look at, and it's easy to fall into this state of victimhood in terms of like thinking, why me, when really things like that sometimes show up in our reality to kind of show us parts that need to be looked at, you know, to pour love into those wounds so that we can start to see life through a different perspective of more peace and harmony and open-heartedness. Because I do feel like at the end of the journey there, you have this card, heart opening. From a heavy heart to purging wounds, what your goal is to keep your heart open. So, and you know, for those who keep their heart open after severe betrayal and hurt and trauma, to me, I feel like they are the strongest people on this planet. They are the most resilient. They are the most powerful. They are the most loving. And they are divinely protected in so many ways. And they are warriors as far as I'm concerned, because the world is hard. The world is a harsh world, and so many people who go through trauma and a lot of pain, they perpetuate pain, they hurt other people, and when those who are awakening, I'm getting goosebumps as I'm saying this, they heal those wounds so they don't perpetuate it. Those to me are like the MVPs. Like, they are the number one people on this planet. They help raise the vibration. They create peace and harmony. They are living examples of peace. And you know, those who remain stuck, because there's so many people who remain stuck, they're just not strong enough to heal those wounds. I feel like you are able to heal. You're in the process of healing, and you're getting to this space here. Because I do feel like a big part of your journey as the people that you will be reaching out to, your kindred spirits, your wisdom teachers, well, once you start opening your heart, you will start to be the guiding light for other people, or a living example for other people to aspire to. And that doesn't necessarily mean you have to teach people all the time. You can just be living your life in your energy and being yourself. The journey of being true to ourselves and being more ourselves is also incredibly healing. It's actually one of the most healing things we can do for the collective, is to show others what alignment really is, and show others how far off of alignment people are, right? So when they see you and they see that you're in alignment, you inspire them to be more in alignment with themselves, whether you realize it or not. So I do feel like for those in this collective, it's a lot of self-care that is needed at this time, and to go easy on yourself. Treat yourself out, take yourself out. Don't feel as if you need to purge everything right away. If you're tired and you need to rest, take a nap and rest. Don't feel like you must tackle this and work on your generational healing. And, you know, sometimes even getting away from certain environments and being by yourself is healing. And sometimes that takes years. It takes like months to years to be away from certain people and certain environments, to finally really regain your own energy, to reflect on what happens. Because when you're in it, you don't really know what's going on until you're out of it. You're able to stop and breathe a little bit, reset your energy, and just kind of move accordingly. But yeah, I'm sending you lots of love and lights. Rose quartz might be handy at this time, and amethyst. Okay, so this is your reading. I hope it resonates. If it resonates, feel free to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you later. Okay, bye.